We are at Secunda.
We're at the third round of the GXCC.
But before we get into Secunda, let's talk about the last round, Falkville.
It went good. I didn't think I was going to do that well for my first race, and I enjoyed it.
On the second lap, my bike stood without petrol, so I had to wait 2 laps for petrol. A piece of my engine casing broke on the inside, so I couldn't race with my bike. So I'm racing with someone else's bike, and I'm really grateful to them for borrowing me their bike.
Falkville was dust and high speed. Today, it's going to be totally different.
I know it's slippery, but I'm excited for the challenge. I think I'm going to make most of my time down the straights.
Well, it looks a little bit slippery, so I'm just going to be a bit careful and just hope for everything going good.
For little DeAndre, he was going to have a clean gate. He came off pretty much the middle of the pack, but the good news was, as we had seen with the quads that had gone out of the gate earlier on the day, there was zero dust. It was flat land, flat out, grass track racing.
Little DeAndre finished 5th in his class, very proud of him.
Ek het die start geniet, maar my bike het nie lekker weggetrek nie. Ek het baie geniet. Very muddy, maar it was fun, it was smooth, everything.
For Chandre on the junior 85s, he was going to have a rough ride today. Not a bad drop off the line, but bike problems were going to curse him.
Unfortunately, Chandre again, we had a bit of an issue with his bike again, but me and Björn will look into it this week and see if we can rectify it or just replace the bike from it to make sure that he's got a proper bike on the next race. Yeah.
We're not actually sure because the piston was still moving, but it didn't want to start as soon as I was there. But as soon as we got back, it started and everything was right.
I think there was just a case of too much grass and mud packing up in the radiators, and the bike eventually started overheating.
Unfortunately for our junior competitors, it was a big story of bike breakdowns caused by grass in the motorbikes. They just couldn't breathe. They were cooking and overheating. A breakdown for Chandre. Nicole also having major issues early on in the event on a borrowed machine. She just couldn't get the thing hooked up. Unfamiliar time, unfamiliar setup. She would unfortunately also have major issues on her gate.
Nicole, obviously not on her bike. Her bike is in with KTM for repairs, so she was on a borrowed bike and unfortunately not being used to it, not up to race pace. But overall, at least she's finished and she's got the points in the bag.
Well, I wasn't maybe into the second turn and I already fell, and I struggled starting my bike. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I couldn't start it and I fell on my leg. So it was a struggle starting my bike, so I had to wait for a marshal to come and help me.
My team was ook lekker en hulle het my tank opgesit en alles. So ek het dit geniet.
The pits were very helpful. Every time I came here, the first time after I fell, the front thing was broken and they wanted to help me. They already had all the things, but I just went because I didn't need anything.
Leaving Secunda, the team had plenty of work to do. Late nights in the workshop.
Yeah, obviously after a race like this, one have to go back home and clean these beasts. They're very dirty and full of mud and grass, but apart from that, we've got a few bikes that need to get some attention, especially little Chandre's bike. We need to see what exactly was damaged with the fact that it overheated.
No, just thank you to him, Peter, and all of them and the pit crew. They're really amazing, and thank you to him, JP, borrowing me their bike for today. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have had a race today.
I just want to thank Black Iron for helping me and making it possible for me to race.
I want to say everyone thank you. They're doing nice work in my bike.
For our junior competitors, Secunda was a tough day at the office. Watch out for Black Iron TV next week when we talk about the Peterson sisters to see if they can once again lock out the podium, looking for the 1, 2 and 3, the magical squeeze out.